Hey BC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video response to the why buy vinyl records kind of thread question that's been going around. I've been meaning to get to it the last few days, but I've been really boggled down with studying for this another one of these huge exams, and took it yesterday afternoon and passed it, so I'm kind of stress-free for a moment and had a chance to kind of get back to messing around with some of my records and responding to some of these questions that are out there. So here's my response to why I buy vinyl records. Well, playing in the background as well, little old 80s hair, rocks, I'm not going to call that metal, Great White. But anyway, so why do I buy vinyl records? Actually a pretty easy question for me to answer because I've been asked it a million times. I mean, obviously when people come in, they see my collection and everything else. It's kind of like, it's kind of a whoa thing to them, and then it always goes into, why. So I've had kind of a chance to rehearse it a little bit. And I think the best way I've learned to express to people why is, I'll kind of ask them, well, do you love your husband or wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend or your children or whatever the case may be? And it's like, well, yeah, of course they do. I said, okay, now you experience them through your senses. You experience them through through touching them, physically interacting with each other. You experience them through talking with them, hearing them. You experience them through visually looking at them, seeing how attractive they are, seeing how cute they are. As I mentioned, it's just kind of, you even, through smelling them, if you have a spouse or significant other and they, are gone for a night or something like that, or you can like smell them on your pillow, or you can smell their, it's kind of like they have a smell about them that's them, the cologne or perfume they wear. And so it's kind of like, well, all those things is how you experience and enjoy your companionship with that person that you love. And so then the question I'll ask is, well, if you have to give up one of those senses in experiencing someone that you love, which one are you willing to give up? Are you willing to feel them, be able to touch them, talk to them, smell them, but never see them again? Visually never see them again? It's like, no, you wouldn't want to give that up. Would you want to be able to see them, talk to them, smell them, but never be able to touch them again? So again, when you think about someone that you love, which one of those senses are you willing to give up for that person? And 99 times out of 100, it's none of them. I want to have all those senses to experience and interact with this person that I love and care about so much. Well, to me, it's the exact same way with vinyl, because when you really think about, especially a lot of members here in the VC, our love and connection with music, it can kind of play around that same plane with the amount of love and passion that we have for loved ones. And so again, that's kind of the way I think about it is, I have a love for music. I mean, it means a great deal to me. It's very, very meaningful and impactful in my life, just like a loved one is. So in that regard, when it comes time to experience my music, am I willing to give up the visual experience of my music for, I don't have my iPod right here, but to have my music within the iPod? It's like, no, I'm not willing to give up my visual experience of the music. That's why I need this. Am I really, this sounds kind of weird, but I know Murdoch, I believe, Miss M, had a thread question about this a long time ago about smelling your vinyl. And I mean, yeah, when you open up a new vinyl, there's a certain smell about it. When you get used vinyl, the home it came from, whatever else, is like, oh yeah, they were smokers. Oh, this was in a basement, or this still smells, it looks brand new. But so we may not consciously think about it that much, but there is a smell that's associated with going into a used record store or buying a used or new record. And then so we talked about the sight, talked about the smell, then the touch, of course. My iPod, I mean, it's just a little metal box that I have in my hand, but of course here with the taken out of the record, the poly sleeves, how they feel different, whether it's paper or thicker or real nice inserts or whatever. I mean, there's a feeling associated with all of those. And so just kind of on and on and on. I'm not going to go through every single sense. I don't taste my vinyl, but who knows? I'm sure someone will come up with a flavored vinyl sometime or another. But my point being is the reason why I buy vinyl is because I love music to the extent that I want to involve all of my senses as much as I can to absorb everything that music has to offer. And music has to offer a lot more than just sound waves. And vinyl is the format that allows you to incorporate as many of your senses as possible into experiencing the music. I mean, an iPod, I'm sorry, you don't. There's no touching really involved with unless you count your thumb and one button. I don't consider this a very interactive type of thing. Visually, you might get a shot of the record cover that'll be that big. Smell, nothing whatsoever. So again, it's just all these other formats, they take away from the use of your other senses. So anyway, I hope that kind of made sense, but that to me is why I buy vinyl. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Of course, make comments or whatever else. And as always, great talking to you guys, VC. Excuse me. Take care.